Imagine you're about to compete in the biggest race of your life. You are proud of what an accomplishment it is to even get here. All of your hard work has come down to this moment. Trying to shake off your nerves, you glance at the other athletes coming to the start. You begin to notice they have more capabilities than you. While you may have trained harder than all of them, their physical structure grants them a distinct advantage you can't attain. Realizing you have lost the race before you have even started, your face falls. It feels painfully as if they have cheated, even though everyone's playing by the rules. Disappointed, you wonder if there is any way to find a more equal starting line at your level of competition. The purpose of Paralympic classification is to create that equal starting line. What is classification? Put simply, classification is the system used in parasports to keep the playing field more fair and safe by making sure athletes compete against those with similar abilities within their disability. Classification strives to empower those with disabilities who value competitive sport by removing unfair advantage and bringing real achievements within reach. It functions much like weight classes in boxing or wrestling. Those are systems trying to ensure that it is skill and not size that is the determining factor in victory. It would not be fair or safe to have a 100-pound wrestler taking on someone over twice their weight. A similar philosophy is used in classification. Paralympic classification is trying to ensure level of impairment is not a determining factor of victory. To quote the World Para-Athletics, the system ensures that athletes do not succeed simply because they have an impairment that causes less of a disadvantage than their competitors, but because of their skill, determination, tactics, fitness, and preparation. It makes sure that the person who is the best trained wins, instead of the person who is least inhibited by his or her physical impairment. Every Paralympic sport uses some type of classification, and each classification is sport-specific. Trained classifiers use their knowledge of sports and medical expertise to determine each individual's sport class within a specific set of standards. To give a glimpse into how classification works within a specific sport, let's look at track and field. Para track and field has the largest number of sport classes and is open to the most types of disabilities. There are 60 total sport classes recognized by World Para-Athletics and the International Paralympic Committee. 3 of those sport classes are race running. The remaining classes are identified by a letter and 2 numbers. The letter may either be T or F, which stands for track or field, respectively. The first number is the category of disability. It is 1 through 6. 1, visual impairment. 2, intellectual impairment. 3, coordination impairment. 4, standing competitors with short stature, impaired muscle power, impaired range of motion, leg length difference, or limb deficiency, who do not use a prosthetic. 5, seated competitors with impaired power, impaired range of motion, leg length difference, or limb deficiency. And 6, prosthetic users with a limb deficiency or leg length difference. The second number is the level of disability. The number of levels differs for each category. For categories involving vision, muscle power, or range of motion, the higher the number, the more function. The lower the number, the lower function. For example, F11 athletes have less vision than F13 athletes. The system is slightly different for the coordination impairment classes. Classification looks different from sport to sport, but the principle of creating a more fair and safe field of play stays the same. Disabilities are so individualized and complex that classification is imperfect. There are those who are on the line between sport classes. There are some who do not qualify for parasports because their disability doesn't qualify for the sport they want to play. For example, judo is only for blind athletes. Some athletes have to be reclassified as their disability changes or progresses. Classification itself is constantly evolving. As sport technology develops and research advances, the classes sometimes need to change. It is important that any athlete going to be classified isn't afraid of the process and helps the classifiers by sharing his or her impairments and trying his or her best during all testing. Although classification is by no means faultless, it is a powerful tool for creating a more equal starting line.